Thank you very much. Welcome to MedZone African Motives. So we are still on consumer studies grade 10, but now we are going to look at exam practice. Exam practice on fibers and fabrics. So we are just going to challenge ourselves with these questions. So the total marks is 25 marks. So the first question, it's a multiple choice question. Question one is a multiple choice question. As it says, choose the correct answer and write only letter A to D next to the question. So it says, which natural fiber comes from the cotton plant? So then we have wool, we have cotton, we have silk, we have linen. So the correct answer, remember guys, is A, cotton. Cotton comes from a plant. So cotton comes from the cotton plant. So it is a natural vegetable fiber. So that is the correct answer. Then let us go to 1.2. 1.2 says, which fiber is known of being warm and elastic? It's known of being warm and elastic. We have cotton, we have linen, we have wool, we have bamboo. So the correct answer is wool. C is correct. Wool comes from sheep and it's warm and elastic. So making it suitable for winter clothing with people. Then 1.3, a textile blend is made by using only plant fiber, combining two or more different fibers, using only animal fiber, recycling old clothing. So the correct answer is B. Is B. Combining two or more different fibers. Combining two or more different fibers. So a textile blend comes from different fibers to improve the fabric qualities. Remember on our notes, good people. So that is that. Now let us go to 1.4. 1.4 says, which fabric is most suitable for hot weather? We have wool, we have cotton, we have silk only, we have polyester. The correct answer is cotton. B. Cotton. A cotton is a breathable. Cotton is a breathable and absorbs moisture, making it comfortable in a hot weather. So making it comfortable in a hot weather. So that's that. Now let us go to 1.5. 1.5 says, which blend is suitable for school uniforms because it is strong and easy to care for? We did all this on our notes. Then the first one is wool blend, cotton and nylon, poly or cotton, linen or silk. The correct answer is C, polyed cotton. Remember, we said poly or cotton is strong and easy to wash and wrinkle resistant, making it suitable for uniforms. So that is that. Now let us move on to question 2. Let us move on to question 2, natural fibers. As it says, define natural fiber. A natural fiber is obtained from plants or animals. So that is how you define it. You are saying a natural fiber. Let me just say, a natural fiber is a fiber. It's a fiber obtained from plants, or animals. So that is that. Why? Because natural fibers occur naturally in plants or animals rather than being manufactured from chemicals. So that is that. So now 2.2, name two vegetable fibers. Name two vegetable fibers. So we have cotton and linen. So as we know, cotton comes from the cotton plant, and linen comes from flax plant. So the other correct answer is bamboo. So the other correct answer is bamboo. Is is boom. So vegetable fibers are obtained from plants. So that is that. The other question says give two properties of cotton. Give two properties of what? Of cotton. So we have so many properties under cotton. It is soft and comfortable. Soft and comfortable. Also absorbs moisture. Absorbs moisture. Also easy to wash. Easy to wash. Also it wrinkles easily. Strong and durable. You can talk of strong and durable. So that is that. So we are saying it is soft and comfortable because it is soft and comfortable. It makes clothing comfortable to wear. Also, we are saying it absorbs moisture, absorbs sweat from the body. Easy to wash. Does not require complicated cleaning. What is that? Strong and durable. Cotton tends to grease after washing or wearing. Also, we can say wrinkles easily. Cotton tends to grease after washing or wearing. So that is that. Also, it's strong and durable. Under strong and durable is that it can withstand regular use. So that is that. Question 2.4. 2.4 says, state one disadvantage of a wool. State one disadvantage of a wool. So we can say it can shrink. It can shrink. Why? Incorrect washing can cause wool fibers to contract, making the garment smaller, or it may irritate sensitive skin. While some people find wool fibers uncomfortable against their skin. So that is the answer that we can give. So good people, let us move on. Let us move on to question 3. Let us be on question 3. Textile plants. Question 3. Textile plants. So what is textile blend? 3.1. What is a textile blend? So a textile blend is a fabric, made by combining two or more different fibers. Fabric made by combining two or more different fibers. So that is that. So different fibers are combined to give the final fabric improved qualities. So that is that. Name two fibers found in a poly or cotton blend. So that is polyester. That is polyester and cotton. So that is that. Then the 3.3 give two disadvantages of blending fibers. Disadvantages of blending fibers. So the advantages, sorry, give two advantages of blending fibers. So it improves strength. So it improves strength. It makes the fabric less likely to tear. Also, reduces wrinkles. Reduces wrinkles. It reduces wrinkles as the fabric stays neater. It stays neater. It is always neat. Increases comfort. Increases comfort. So as you know that it makes the fabric more pleasant. It makes fabrics more pleasant. Also, easier to wash. Easier to wash. It requires less complicated care. Also, it reduces cost. Reduces cost, so it can make the fabric more affordable. And also it improves durability as it allows fabric to last longer. 3.4, give one use of cotton or nylon blend. So the use, we can say it can be used on sports, can be used on sports wear. Cotton and nylon is very strong, comfortable, and durable. So which is useful for active clothing. Can talk of other answers like socks or work clothing. So that is that. So now let us go to question 4. Let us go to question 4. Question 4 says, choosing a textile. A family wants to buy curtains for their home. State 3 factors they should consider when choosing the fabric. That is question 4. So we know when you talk of this, we're going to talk about suitability. We're going to talk about suitability. We are going to talk about strength or durability. Strength or durability. We are going to talk about price. We are going to talk about appearance. We can also talk about ease of cleaning. Ease of cleaning. Ease of cleaning. Also, we can talk about environmental concerns. Environmental concerns. So that is that. So when you talk of suitability, remember, good people, we have said the fabric must be appropriate for curtains. Then when you talk of strength or durability, that is the curtains should last a long time, should last a long time. Then the price, the fabric should fit the consumer budget. Appearance of fashion, curtains should look attractive. Easy of cleaning, that is that curtains should be easy to maintain. And environmental concerns, that's when we're saying the consumer may prefer environmentally friendly fabrics. So that is that. So now question 4.2. Why is durability important when choosing curtains? Durable curtains last longer and resist wear. It's because durable curtains last longer. That is the reason. Durable curtains last longer and resist wear. And resist wear. So that is that. So curtains are used for a long time. So strong. So strong fabric gives better value of money. So that is that. 4.3. Name one suitable fabric for curtains. That is the answer. You can say linen is the answer for that question 4.3. For that question 4.3. Linen is very strong and long-lasting, making it suitable for curtains. The other correct answer can be cotton. So that is that. Let us go to question 5, consumer advice. Consumer advice. The question says, Elena wants to buy a shirt for a hot summer day. Then it says, which fabric would you recommend? That is a cotton. I will recommend what? A cotton. Why cotton? Cotton is a breathable and absorbs moisture, helping the wearer stay comfortable. That is that. The other correct answer can be linen. That is that. So now let us go to 5.2. Give 2 reasons for your choice. We have said cotton. Now we are asked to give 2 reasons for our choice. Any 2. So breathable, like you said, it breathable. Can talk of breathable. Breathable. Can talk of absorbs moisture. Absorbs moisture. Yeah, it absorbs moisture. Also, it is comfortable in hot water. Hot weather, sorry. Comfortable in hot weather. That is that. So we are saying it is breathable. We know it allows it to move through the fabric. Also, it absorbs moisture. So it absorbs what? The sweat. Also, it's comfortable in hot weather. So it helps the body feel cooler. So that is that. Then 5.3, the last one, it says name two pieces of information that can be found in a clothing care label. Name two pieces of information that can be found in a care clothing label. Then you're going to have fiber content. Fiber content. The fiber content tells the consumer what fibers the item contains. Also, the other one can be washing instructions. Washing instructions. So washing instructions explains how the item should be washed. Then we can also have ironing instruction. Ironing instructions. Ironing instructions tells the consumer how to iron it safely. Then also we can have dry cleaning instructions. Dry cleaning instructions. So dry cleaning instructions indicates whether the dry cleaning is required. Also, we can also have bleaching instruction. So bleaching instruction explains whether bleach can be used or not. Then we can also have drying instructions. Dry instructions tells the consumer how to dry the item. So these are the answers for 5.3. So thank you very much and make use of this exam practice as it will help you when you write your term 3 test. Term 3 test. Thank you very much.